Well, hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my best tips for getting rid of wrinkles on the neck. Now, whenever we're talking about wrinkles, prominent lines on the skin, probably what comes to mind is wrinkles from age-related change, loss of collagen, elastin, and or the contributions of course, chronic lifetime sun exposure, damaging the collagen and leading to prominent wrinkles. But there also is another type of wrinkle that you can develop called a compression wrinkle, basically squishing the skin up against something over and over. Just basically repeated compression leads to the formation of a wrinkle. And this is most obvious on your face in the formation of something that I've talked about on here before, sleep wrinkles. These can show up on your face, but they also can show up on your neck depending on the position that you sleep in. I want to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Sleep and Glow, because they really come in clutch when it comes to the optimal sleep position for cutting out those compression wrinkles, those sleep creases with their pillows that are designed in collaboration with orthopedists. Now, if you weren't aware, sleeping on your side, sleeping on your stomach can cause some problems for you. Not only in the formation of sleep creases and sleep wrinkles from compression and squishing your face up against a poorly supportive pillow, but it's also just not the best for your neck. Now, for me personally, I have found over the years that so much has changed for me in the way that my face looks when I wake up in the morning, as well as the way my neck feels, a lot less stiff, since training myself to sleep on my back. For years and years, I was a stomach sleeper. I would always wake up with sleep creases, puffiness. It was a challenge to get used to sleeping on my back. I wish I had had Sleep and Glow's Owla pillow back then. Sleep and Glow has this pillow that has these bolsters on the side. The pillow provides excellent support to your neck, your shoulders, and the bolsters cradle your head in place, and they keep you from inadvertently rolling over to the side or onto your stomach. Not only is this great for your neck, for your spine, but I love the fact that when you sleep on your back, you don't have to worry about all of your PM skincare rubbing off onto your pillowcase. What a mess that can be. It can really ruin your pillowcase depending on the skincare products that you are using. So that's another perk. Now, if you're someone who is interested in pursuing any kind of cosmetic procedure on your face, highly suggest this pillow because it can be used after like plastic surgery or cosmetic procedures so that you don't end up squishing the stitches, the vulnerable healing area. It's really a great option, especially if you're someone who's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to make it sleeping on my back while I'm going through the healing stages? Definitely check this pillow out. Like I said, I went through the trials and tribulations many years ago, unfortunately, of having to train myself to sleep on my back, and it was far more difficult than it needed to be. Had I had this pillow, it would have made things so much easier. But now that I'm a back sleeper, I cannot say enough good things about their Omnia pillow. That is actually what I primarily sleep on, and it's got these perfect little convexities and concavities that ideally support your head, your neck, your shoulder girdle. But if you are a side sleeper, the nice thing about this is that the concavity on the side really cradles your face and prevents it from squishing up against the pillow. The pillow is made of very high quality memory foam that really molds to your unique shape. The new Omnia copper pillow for side sleepers fights sleep creases and decreases morning puffiness. The copper pillowcase contains copper threads interwoven with tencel to preserve the strength of the copper. Copper is naturally antimicrobial. Now, in contrast, a cotton pillowcase, if you've ever slept with one, it absorbs a lot of sweat, moisture, and that can become a very hospitable environment for bacteria and dust mites that can aggravate your skin as well as seasonal allergies and contribute to dark under eye circles from puffiness and allergic shiners. This pillowcase cuts down on all of that through its antimicrobial properties. If you have been on the fence about trying the Sleep and Glow pillow, now is the time because Sleep and Glow is nice enough to give me a discount code to extend to you guys. So make sure you use the link in my description box and my code to save. Thank you, Sleep and Glow, for sponsoring today's video. Wrinkles on the neck come in a few flavors. Of course, wrinkles appear on the neck with aging. Loss of collagen, elastin, damage to the supportive framework. The skin on your neck is delicate, so it's a lot more vulnerable to the negative effects of ultraviolet radiation. That is why we start to get sagging and wrinkles on the neck. But there is another type of wrinkle that happens, a compression wrinkle, similar to what you get with sleeping in an awkward position that's not supportive to your head and neck and shoulder girdle. And that is horizontal necklines from flexion of the neck all day long. And this has become a growing problem with our modern lifestyle and us always being on our phones, tablets, and looking down, straining our neck, creasing the skin here. A lot of people develop what is called tech neck horizontal necklines. In contrast to necklines that come about as the result of aging, more gradual and take a lot longer to appear, the horizontal creases of tech neck, they can appear within a matter of months of you being in the habit of always looking down at your phone. If you are looking down at your phone all day long, it's not good for your neck, regardless of wrinkles. This is not a good position to be walking around in. It puts a lot of strain on your neck that can contribute to neck pain. So when you see those wrinkles, it's a clue that you are not treating your neck very nicely, and you might want to make some adjustments. You can also develop very deep necklines on the back of your neck. This is called cutis rhomboidalis nuchae, which is a fancy term for extreme sun damage on the back of the neck. This is commonly seen in people who have a paler skin type, who have spent a lot of time outside. It is a type of sun damage, and it's typically the skin has become very thickened and very leathery in appearance with the formation of these deep wrinkles. More often than not, it happens in older men who have a paler skin type, who have spent a lot of time outdoors, not protecting their skin or protecting their skin pretty good, except the back of their neck. It's an area that we often forget about. You know, I'm always advocating wearing a hat to protect you from the sun, but if you only wear baseball caps, it doesn't get the back of your neck, and you can get a lot of sun damage back there depending on how much time you spend outdoors. Another contributing factor to the formation of wrinkles, in addition to loss of collagen and elasticity that occurs with time, is loss of the skin's ability to retain moisture. This can be more obvious in women around the time of menopause because our skin loses its ability to retain moisture as well, making it more prone to dryness, irritation, and overall that can lead to the appearance of little fine lines as our skin becomes more dry, thin, and we also lose collagen with menopause because the estrogen hormones play a role in stimulating collagen production, so we lose that. Therefore, the signs of aging appear on our neck early on in that process, faster than they appear on our face. Okay, my number one tip though, when it comes to improving and or preventing wrinkles on the neck, those horizontal tech neck wrinkles, is fix your positions. Make sure you take your phone when you are looking at it and bring it up to eye level so you're not bending your head down like this all the time. Again, if you don't care about wrinkles whatsoever, you should at least care about preserving the health of your cervical spine, the spine in your neck. Try and get yourself to pull that phone up to eye level. Likewise, your tablets, your devices. If you spend a lot of time working at the computer, make sure your desk is set up for optimal positioning. Make sure that you have the computer screen at eye level. You know, for me, a few years ago, I finally got myself a laptop elevator because I work on a laptop. I don't have a desktop. Oh my gosh, it has made a huge difference for my neck. I'm no longer straining down on my laptop. I've elevated it to eye level. If you don't have one and you work on a laptop, you need to get one. They're pretty inexpensive. When you are sitting at your desk though, pay attention to how you are sitting and to your posture. People start out with the best intentions when they first sit down. They're usually pretty upright, but within a matter of moments, people start to slump in the chair. And that can really take a toll on your spine as well as cause you to, bow the head down in flexion position, contributing further to those horizontal necklines. Make sure you sit up straight, put your shoulders back, and make sure that your head is lifted so that you are not inflection position and try and keep it that way. It's going to require you to engage your abdominals. I also recommend when you are seated, make sure that both feet are on the floor. That really can help quite a bit with maintaining good posture, good alignment, and not allowing yourself to start curling up into the fetal position, which we all take on when the day gets tough. But keep your chin up. You want to have a little bit of arch in the lower back. As soon as you start to lose that arch, everything starts to go downward, including your chin, your neck starts to flex. I'm telling you, the skin is a window to all of life's problems. And you may be bothered by the idea that this is a video about neck wrinkles and that's a cosmetic thing, right? No, I mean, this is a clue that you are not sitting and maintaining good posture, which is not good for your health. Chronic back pain, chronic neck pain, these are issues that really affect a lot of people. I mean, they are major reasons for doctor's visits. Take breaks. I can't emphasize this enough. Take breaks. If you need, I actually need a timer to remind me to take a break, especially when I get into what I'm doing. Hours and hours and hours can go by, and next thing I know, I'm all curled up in the fetal position at the computer. It's not a good idea. So I like to set a timer so that I get up, every 45 minutes or something and just stretch my legs, stretch my neck a bit. And the other reason that's a good idea if you are doing computer work, screen work, is that you also want to be resting your eyes and look away from the screen, because the screen itself can cause you to have a lot of eye strain and contribute to dry eyes. So get in the habit of taking breaks from the screen. I know I bring up sunscreen in every video, but it is so important to make sure you're putting sunscreen on your neck and that you are using physical means whenever possible to protect your neck. Make sure that your hat has a wide brim so it gets the back of your neck so you don't develop those deep wrinkles and extensive sun damage back there, because when we see that on the back of the neck as dermatologists, we're not thinking, oh, this is cosmetically unappealing. We're thinking, oh, this is a clue that we need to be looking around for skin cancer. Neck skin is very delicate. It's a lot more vulnerable to the damaging effects of sun, and other signs of sun damage appear on the neck and the upper chest. We talked about the stuff on the back of the neck, but you also have a skin condition that happens on the sides of the neck, the front of the neck, and sometimes the upper chest. It's called poikiloderma of Savant. And in that condition, you've got a combination of redness, kind of brown discoloration, dilated blood vessels. It's very hard to improve the appearance of that, and it bothers people cosmetically. And I always caution against spraying perfume directly on the neck, especially if you plan to be going outdoors, because certain compounds in perfumes, they can break down upon exposure to sunlight. Not only can they become very irritating, but they can make the skin there even more sensitive to the sunlight. They become photosensitizing, and that makes the skin even more vulnerable to sun damage. Number 3 is to consider using a retinol or retinaldehyde. Now, retinol and retinaldehyde, these are cosmetic ingredients. They are forms of vitamin A. In contrast to tretinoin, adapalene, or tazarotene, or triferritine, these are prescription retinoids or over-the-counter retinoids in the case of adapalene. In contrast to those, these are cosmetic ingredients, and they can be effective for improving the signs of sun damage, including wrinkles, but your skin has to convert them to retinoic acid. It can do that, but it just takes a little bit of time. So you need to be patient with retinol and or retinaldehyde. They take some time to work. But once they get converted to the active form, retinoic acid, they bind to receptors in the skin to help begin to improve sun damage and improve collagen production to have a wrinkle smoothing effect. They also can improve hyperpigmentation by inhibiting the enzyme tyrosinase that leads to upregulation of pigment production. They also can put the brakes on activation of those collagen destroying enzymes, matrix metalloproteinases, that get upregulated when you go out and expose the skin to the sun. Now, one thing about the skin on the neck and the upper chest is that it is thin and it has fewer sebaceous oil glands in comparison to your face, so it can be a lot more vulnerable to irritation. For this reason, many people don't tolerate tretinoin, tazarotene, adapalene. Many people don't tolerate these on the neck. It can be too irritating. For example, we often will try these in patients who get a condition on the neck called acanthosis nigricans. A lot of patients say, forget it, I can't tolerate this on the neck. Anyway, all that to say, retinol and retinaldehyde, they're often a lot gentler, easier to tolerate, but you can still develop irritation on the neck from them. So introduce them slowly. Start one night a week and increase to every other night, nightly as tolerated. So go really, really slow in the beginning when using a retinol or retinaldehyde on the neck. Number 4 is red light. This is something that you can do at home. They sell the red light devices now specifically for the neck and the upper chest. Today's video though is focused on things that you can do at home, and you can get these at-home red light LED devices that can be worn around the neck and upper chest. Omnilux makes one, and what the red light does is it helps to improve collagen production, and it's also anti-inflammatory, and therefore can help to improve the appearance of the skin and smooth out fine lines and wrinkles. The thing about red light, if you choose to try it out, is you have to continue to use it in order to maintain the benefits. So it's a bit of a time commitment, and I tell people this all the time because these devices are not inexpensive. Don't waste your money on them if you cannot commit to using them. They will not work if you don't use them, but they definitely can improve the appearance of wrinkles on the neck. And last but not least, do not underestimate the value and utility of consistent moisturizing. With age, the skin loses its ability to retain moisture as well. The skin on the neck is already thin to begin with at baseline, just that's the anatomy there, but it becomes thin with age, and the moisture retaining abilities go down, making the skin prone to fine wrinkling as well as dryness and irritation. Consistently using moisturizers can help improve the moisture content of the epidermis, and with that comes improvement in cell renewal, cell turnover, and barrier function, ultimately plumping and hydrating the skin to smooth out those little fine lines and wrinkles. Now, it's not going to radically get rid of those wrinkles, but it's going to make the neck look a lot better. It definitely can help improve the appearance of those fine wrinkles. It's not going to get rid of deeply seated wrinkles, but by softening the edges of them, it certainly can lessen their appearance. When you're choosing a moisturizer for the neck, you can use the same moisturizer that you use on your face to your neck, or you may want to use a richer moisturizer there. Moisturizers with peptides can help with improving the moisture retention, or you may want to use a moisturizer with retinol. For example, my favorite, the Gold Bond Age Renew Retinol Overnight Body and Face Lotion. This has peptides and retinol. It's a great option for improving the look of fine lines and wrinkles on the neck. It also has urea in it, which can soften the skin and improve rough texture on the neck. Again, you can make some adjustments in your day-to-day routine that can really help cut down on the formation of those compression wrinkles from tech neck. It's not just about cosmetics, it's about keeping your spine healthy by just modifying your positioning and making sure that you are not constantly bending your head down. Even if you are a big reader, bring the book up a little bit. Bring the book up a little bit. Adjust it, make adjustments in how you sit to read, because it's not good for your neck. Simply not. Thank you, Sleep and Glow, for sponsoring today's video. Again, don't forget to check the description box for the link and my discount. You can save. Now is a great time to check them out. I swear it's been a game changer for me and for my sleep and the way my face looks when I wake up. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. On the end slate, I'm going to link my video all about reasons why you might want to use retinol to the body. So definitely check that one out next. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.